What would you do if you woke up married and nearly $1 million in debt? In today's episode, Dave Ramsey gets a call from a newly married couple in Washington, D.C., making $230,000 a year, yet drowning in student loans, credit cards, car loans, and bad financial decisions. What follows is not a math lesson. It's a brutal wake-up call about lifestyle, pride, discipline, and the emotional reasons people overspend. Dave doesn't sugarcoat anything. He breaks down why this couple must completely destroy their current lifestyle if they want to survive financially, and why this journey is going to hurt before it heals. If you've ever lived beyond your means, relied on credit cards, or thought, I'll pay it off later, this conversation might hit uncomfortably close to home. Make sure to support Dave Ramsey's original channel. This is a fan-made channel.
So I live in D.C. I just recently got married about 3 months ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And my husband and I have really decided we need to be really focused on the same page about our finances. We actually have our first class of financial peace this evening.
Oh, cool.
But together we have probably just under $1 million in debt, and we want to know how to get debt-free without filing bankruptcy.
Okay. How much of that is a mortgage?
The mortgage, about $210,000.
So you have $600,000 in what?
$335,000 is about in student loans. We both have advanced degrees, and then the rest is really credit cards and personal loans.
So you have $300,000 of credit cards and personal loans?
We have about $335,000 in student loans, and then about $136,000 in credit cards, $44,000 personal loans, and $35,000 car loans.
Okay. How old are you all?
I'm 29.
Okay. So what in the world?
Yeah.
I mean, are you both on this, or is this just one of you that's completely lost your mind?
Well, I have the majority of the student loans, and he has the majority of the credit cards. My credit card debt is not great.
Okay, so why does he at 29 years old run up $100,000 in credit card debt?
Well, he's 32, but I think it's one of those things where just making really poor financial decisions, thinking be able to pay it down as you go, and then it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And
okay, so you both have advanced degrees. What are your degrees in?
We do. So I have a degree, both of our advanced degrees. No, he has an MBA, and I have an advanced degree in policy. I work in the government, and we actually both do now at this point, actually.
Okay, so your household income is what?
Our household income is about $230,000.
Okay, all right. Is there recognition on both of your parts how absurd this situation is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is.
Right.
So I think we're both a bit scared and want to do anything we can to avoid.
Okay, great. Then I'm on your team. I can skip that step. Okay, good. Okay, well, you're scared, and you should be. You're disgusted, and you should be.
We are.
You're in the early stages of being sick and tired, and you should be. So
yeah.
Here's the thing. You guys have been living at across the board, from your education choices to your car purchases to your whatever. You've been living at about 10x where you're going to get to live for the next 3 years.
Okay. Yep, that's true.
So I'm getting ready to destroy your life as you know it. Because your lifestyle is considerably above your extremely good income. And has been for a period of time. And so you've gotten used to spending like you're in Congress.
Right.
This is going to be very emotional for y'all. And you're going to have to look at it through that lens and through a spiritual lens, or you're not going to make it. You're going to have to not care what anyone thinks, including each other, because you're not going to spend any money on anything ever for the next 3 years. Like you've been let's pretend you're making $210, and I know you just got married, but let's pretend you'd been doing this as a couple as you went along. You've been making $210, spending $310. I'm getting ready to put you on 30.
Okay.
You're not going to see the inside of a restaurant unless it's your extra job. where you're waiting on some of the people you work with during the day.
Okay.
This is how humbling this is going to be.
Quite.
It's going to crush a lot of crap in your soul that caused you to do this. So the bad news is it's going to be really rough. The good news is it's going to be great for you guys relationally, spiritually, and financially. But you're not going to make the financial unless you make the relational and the spiritual move, because I know you guys because I was you guys. This is exactly what I did. It's exactly what I did in my 20s. I bought and purchased a lifestyle that was 5 to 10x what I had.
Yeah.
And it was all because of crap inside of me that caused me to do that.
Right.
And all of that has to be destroyed to fix it.
Absolutely.
Is this making any sense, or is this too brutal?
No, it's making a lot of sense, and it's brutal.
I'm warning you what's coming, okay? This is not a math problem. The math problem is the symptom. The problem is what's going on inside of you guys. So the great news is you're very smart people. And if you will apply that intellect to solving this problem as if it were a policy problem or a business problem, you can solve the problem. But the lens by which the problem will be solved is through spiritual contentment. Godliness with contentment is great gain. Translation, you're going to pull up at a stoplight driving a piece of crap car next to people that have an income a fourth of yours with a nicer car than yours.
Right, right.
And you're not going to care. That's going to be the cool part.
Okay.
You're going to reach the point you don't care what other people think. And that might be a fur journey for you or him. I don't know which one it is, but some of you guys you've been purchasing a lot of stuff for a lot of reasons that are going to change.
Yep, they have to.
Yeah, they have to, because you're on a suicide mission right now.
Oh.
I mean,
his credit cards are actually bundled with one of those like debt relief programs where we put a pot of money with them and then they negotiate on your behalf. So we're not even paying on the bulk $124,000 of the credit cards right now. Yeah,
you're going to probably have to pull out of that. I don't know how quickly, but the problem with those people is they don't follow through, and they administratively are really, really, really pitiful. They're incompetent. And so you're going to find the concept of what they pitched you is not completely bad, but you're going to find their follow through it will make your bones chill. So you're probably going to pull back out of those. But then we're just going to list these debts smallest to largest. What's the home worth?
What's the home life, you said?
No, what is your home worth?
Oh, my home worth. Oh, I think that, let's see, according to Zillow, the home is worth about $300,000.
Okay, so you have a little bit of equity there, but not enough. Not enough to save you. So I always sell the home as the last resort unless it's the problem, and it's not the problem here.
Okay.
Ratio-wise, it's nothing compared to this other stuff. I mean, you have $330,000 in student loan debt, $200,000 on your house.
Right.
It's not the problem, and the credit cards are almost as much as a stinking house. So it's not the problem. So I don't think we got to sell it. You probably may need to sell a car. Not going to rush to do that. The big thing is just this shock to the system of your all's lifestyle, where you go from really living what we call in Tennessee high on the hog to you're going to be living beans and rice and beans. Your friends are going to think you've lost your mind, and your mother's going to think you need counseling.
Yeah, and we live with my parents now. After we got married, they offered us to stay with them to help us, with transitioning to new life, which has definitely been helpful. Renting out the
who's
condo.
Living in your house?
So I put my condo up for rent when I got engaged because I knew I wanted to save money for the wedding before we got married. So I had a renter in there the last year, actually looking for another renter. Her lease ends in a month.
Oh, well, just sell it then. I thought you lived in it.
No, we don't live in it.
Oh, just sell it and put the $90,000 on your debt snowball. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need it. If you're not going to move in it, you don't need to own it.
No, we're never going to live in it. It was one of those.
Yeah.
That was my first baby.
That's okay.
So
That's okay. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone though. You need the $90,000 to get a jump start on the rest of this. So that just got rid of a third of your deal.
What makes this conversation so unsettling is not the size of the debt, because numbers by themselves are just numbers, and we see big numbers every single day on the internet without really feeling them. What makes this disturbing is the realization that this couple did exactly what modern society tells you to do, followed the so-called smart path, earned advanced degrees, secured respectable careers, and still managed to walk themselves into a financial situation that feels almost impossible to escape. This call forces you to confront an uncomfortable truth that most people would rather ignore, which is that earning a high income does not automatically make you financially safe, disciplined, or intelligent with money. In many cases, it does the opposite. It gives you permission to delay responsibility, to justify bad habits, and to convince yourself that tomorrow's income will magically erase today's mistakes. Dave Ramsey doesn't treat this like a simple budgeting exercise, because it isn't. He recognizes that the debt is only the surface-level symptom, while the real disease is a lifestyle built on image, comfort, and the constant need to feel like you're keeping up with a standard that was never sustainable in the first place. This couple didn't wake up one day and decide to ruin their financial future. It happened slowly, one decision at a time. One will handle it later, moments stacked on top of another, until the weight became so heavy that ignoring it was no longer possible. And that's why Dave talks about destruction rather than adjustment. Because small changes don't fix problems that were created by years of unchecked spending, emotional decisions, and the belief that income growth will always outpace consequences. Reality is that getting out of this level of debt requires something far more difficult than spreadsheets and payment plans. It requires humility, the willingness to look foolish in front of friends and family, and the emotional strength to live far below your means while everyone around you appears to be doing better. It means driving cars that don't match your education level, saying no to experiences that everyone else says you deserve, and learning to find peace in a season of life that feels restrictive and uncomfortable. And that kind of discipline is not taught in schools, not rewarded by social media, and rarely celebrated in everyday conversation. What makes this story especially powerful is that this couple is still young. They have time on their side, but only if they are willing to sacrifice the version of themselves that created this mess in the first place, because the same mindset that built the debt will never be the mindset that destroys it. Dave's message, whether people like his tone or not, is ultimately about freedom. Not the fake freedom of swiping a card whenever you want, but the real freedom that comes from knowing you owe nothing to anyone and that your future is no longer owned by past decisions. This call is a reminder that debt is not just a financial burden, but an emotional and psychological one, quietly shaping your choices, your relationships, and even the way you see yourself. And the longer it's ignored, the more power it takes from you without ever asking for permission. For anyone watching this who feels uncomfortable, defensive, or even a little exposed, that reaction might be the most important part of the entire video. Because discomfort is often the first sign that something needs to change, and the moment you stop rationalizing bad habits is usually the moment real progress begins. In the end, this isn't just their story. It's a warning, a lesson, and a challenge to anyone who believes that success is measured by appearances rather than stability, and that financial peace is something you stumble into rather than intentionally build.